Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Hashtag Local Motion. I'm Peggy O'Connor with the Keller Williams Moving Houston team, and it's our effort to bring to light the businesses that are in our community who are learning how to do things a little differently as we wait out the COVID-19 pandemic here. And we wanted to take some time and come from a place of contribution where we're going to highlight some of these local businesses, find out how they're learning how to learn a new normal, how we can support them as community members, and sometimes find out what they're doing also to support our community.
Right.
Today, I am talking with Scott Moore, the co-founder and co-owner of Tejas Chocolate and Barbecue. Welcome. Thanks for being with us.
Hey, well, thanks for the invite, Peggy. Peggy, it's good to meet you and good to see you, and thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. So, if you had a dollar for every time somebody said, chocolate and barbecue, you'd
Yeah.
be a very wealthy man. So tell
When,
me, what's the story of Tejas and how'd you come to
yeah.
chocolate and barbecue?
Right. So, chocolate came first. It was a passion hobby, sort of a side hustle that started back in 2011 at home. And I just got interested in the bean to bar chocolate making process, and taught myself through research and trial and error how to make chocolate from the bean, and got encouraged to start selling at the farmers market. So we did that here in Tomball, sold chocolate bars that we made at the farmers market, and got such a great reaction to it. And the other business I was involved in was starting to decline. So we decided we'd make a run at full-time business selling chocolate. And we found this old house in Tomball, and really liked it, but we couldn't afford it by selling chocolate on its own. So we were kind of scratching our minds about, heads about what we can do to supplement our revenue. And it dawned on us there, in Tomball, there was room for a craft barbecue operation. So we put together a real simple business plan, and realized if we could sell 300 plates of barbecue a week, and the chocolate that we already had, business we already had, we could make a go. We could pay the rent and pay ourselves. So that's what happened. We basically make and sell barbecue to pay for our chocolate making habit.
Very nice. You needed that support, right?
Right.
Well, I've walked into that old house before, and I've walked in to be greeted by a line because people line up to get your barbecue.
Yeah, it's an old house in Tomball, in Old Town by the railroad tracks. Some will tell you it's the oldest house in Tomball. It was originally constructed in 1907. So it's a really charming old cottage style home, known as the Hoffman House. And the barbecue started to catch on pretty quick, and we started to build a local following fairly quickly. The big event for us was in May of 2017. Texas Monthly put out their top 50 list, which they do that every 4 years, and they named us in the top 10 as the sixth best barbecue joint in the state of Texas. And we had a line down to the street the very next day after that announcement. So it basically shot us out of a cannon. Um, Texas Monthly is a well vetted list. It's very, well followed, and has gigantic impact. And it changed the shape and trajectory of our business for the good forever. And so we've been long lines most every day ever since, except until here recently. We have a different kind of line now.
A different, yes, absolutely. And by the way, Texas Monthly, never bad press, right?
No, no, it led to so much other stuff too. It just snowballed from there. Some press coverage, local TV stations. We got featured on Food Network's Man Fire Food Show, some regional shows that are popular, Texas Bucket List and Texas Country Reporter. Just a whole chain of events that just added to the popularity of it. And, I mean, I
And
know
now
the
you're here.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
What?
Fortunately, we're depending on our local following to prop us up right now, because the piece of business that we're missing, that we're grown to rely on, is the day trippers, the barbecue tourism. So obviously those types of things aren't happening. So it's just feeding our local following, and so we're down a pretty good clip, but we're getting smart about our cost and the hours that our staff can get, so we can keep our doors open. And today we had a pretty good day today actually. It's just a roller coaster. Yesterday and Tuesday were really slow, but today's been busy, so it's hard to predict.
Well, that's a great dovetail into how do we get to you? How do we get our Tejas chocolate and barbecue fix?
Well, what we did, the timing, we got kind of lucky. We were already starting down this road a little bit anyway with a new point of sale system that happened to have an online ordering piece. And we were able to get that turned on pretty quickly. So the best way to go about it now is to go to our website, click on online ordering, and you just follow along. It's pretty simple and straightforward. Um, if it's available online, it means we still have it. And if it's not available, you'll see a note there that says, sorry, we're out of that item for today. So you can place orders for today. You can also place orders, um, uh, catering type orders for days ahead. So you can do some planning. We do accept walk-ins over. We have around the corner from the main building, we have Tejas to go. So it's a separate building, and it's right immediately behind around the corner from the main restaurant. And that's where all the action is right now. So you can walk in there. We have a little market. We sell lots. I brought a couple examples. We sell lots of meats that have been cooked and vacuum sealed. They're cooked. All you gotta do is warm them up. We do quite a bit of it. So it's sausage, ribs, pulled pork. We have briskets. We have other types of sausage, all sorts of things like that that are easy to warm up at home for your convenience, either at night or on the weekend. And so there's that option, and plus we have hot barbecue ready to serve and carry out.
Excellent. So you got both choices. You can stock
Yeah,
up as well.
right. So you can order ahead, or you can walk in, and either way.
Okay. You also have another place on Main Street,
Yep.
Tejas Burger Joint.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about that, and I'm going to pull up some pictures while you're telling
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. So Tejas Burger Joint was born out of a specialty that we were doing at the barbecue restaurant on Wednesdays. We started doing what I called a smokehouse burger on Wednesdays, and it became very, very popular. And there's a space on Main Street that has the same landlord that we have now. It was a catering type sandwich shop kind of place, and they closed, and the landlord was told us it was available. So I said, well, your timing's pretty good because we got this burger thing running hot. We were thinking about having a standalone burger restaurant. So that's how Tejas Burger Joint came to be. Was from from a 1 day a week special at the barbecue restaurant. So now we have the Tejas Chocolate and Barbecue, and then you got Tejas Burger Joint, which is like
Excellent.
it's about a block and a half away. The cool thing about the burger joint is that it's physically located on Main Street. So it's kind of cool to see the traffic. The parking's right across the street or in the alley. There's another a parking lot you can get to, or just park somewhere in Old Town and enjoy a nice stroll because Old Town Tomball's got some charming attributes to it.
Oh, it does. It does. You can spend an entire day
Right,
and
right.
eat your way through.
Normally you can go in and do a lot of antiquing and lots of other cute little shops like that. So I think most of those guys are closed right now because of the stay-at-home orders. So it's a little different vibe in Old Town. It you know we have it feels a little bit like a ghost town, but not completely. There's an energy here. It's just not what it normally is.
Well, we're going to hold the space, and
Yeah.
hopefully, the beginning of May, we'll all be able to get out and take a walk and take advantage of some of your delectable treats and do it in person.
Absolutely. I can't. That's been, it's good to see people walk in the door, get some food to go, but we definitely miss the buzz in the building and the buzz with the line and the crowd. You remind yourself how much we all need that interaction with our fellow humans. And I think we're all starting to feel it just a little bit about, being the distancing thing. So, but hey, we're Americans. We can take it and, whatever dishes out to us and we can deal with it and adapt, and that's what it's all about. It's just adapting and cooperating and being in it together. We all got to do it to beat this thing, and we'll crush it.
Absolutely, Scott. I like your spirit. I like your spirit a lot. We all have to learn to shift, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, and then we've, our experience so far with this is that everybody is incredibly accommodating and forgiving and patient and tolerant. And so if they have to wait a little bit longer, I think, well, okay, get me out of the house for 10 more minutes. That's not going to hurt. So, everybody seems there. I feel like it's galvanizing us as a society to a large degree. It's one of those events that pulls us all together to a common goal. And that's what I see.
Yeah, and then maybe we're reminded of, okay, just wait a minute. It's okay. I don't have to be in that much of a hurry. Even when things go back to, a more regular pace, let's remember the lessons that we've learned while
But,
we're, taking it
yeah,
easy.
the things that irritated us 2 weeks ago are not so irritating anymore, are they?
Right. You got that. You got that.
Right
Well,
on.
Scott, thanks so much for being with us. We want to circle back with you once we're back, online and in person. We'd love to
For sure.
sit down with you and talk about how the experience, rounded you out and celebrate your dining area being open
Yeah.
again.
Right
Okay.
on. Well, thank you very much, Peggy. It was really nice to be with you.
Nice to have you here. And if any of our viewers know of another business that you would like to see highlighted, email me here. You can reach me at Peggy, P-E-G-G-Y, at movinghouston.com. And as always, the Moving Houston team with Keller Williams is always happy and ready to help you out with your real estate needs. It may be slow right now, but business is still going on and we're still doing things virtually. So be sure to contact us, the Moving Houston team at 713-465-4646. And we can't wait to bring you another episode of Hashtag Local Motion. We've got some exciting people coming up in the queue. So join us again. Stay safe and wash your hands.
Right on.